such a lovely way to just gently start. A light touch right between the scapulas. Just more overtly embracing heart energy. Decompressing of the lower back. Then when you look down and you see which side the person is turned to, you want to come to that side and do some compression. So we're going to turn the arm out to create some space. And then we're going to come and we're going to start with palmar compression. One thing that's borrowed from Masanaga is that he introduced what's called the mother hand. And the mother hand is a stationary hand that continually lends work to the work, while the other hand, the more active hand, works down the channel. And this mother-son hand dynamic creates both a better support internally for the receiver, but also for the practitioner, but also in working on the channel with both hands, you more readily can resonate to what's called the echo of the meridian. You're connected with the meridian on both aspects, so you can more readily feel the condition. So that said, there's a strong practicality about just using some uniform compression. So come up. On the exhale with your arms extended, so you're pivoting up on your knees, your feet come off the ground. And take that compression out to the sacrum. This hand goes back. Repetition is a very good opportunity to just allow yourself to focus on the breath and keep a nice observational concentration. So after some gentle listening, now we're going to go back and address this one side of the inner bladder. So you feel for the spinous process, the center of the spine, and then this border of the muscle, this inside border of the muscle, commonly referred to as the vertebral border of muscle consciousness. And you're going to place one thumb over the other, and you're just going to lean into that lateral border. Excuse me, that medial border. And the pressure isn't straight down, but more at a 45-degree angle into the side of the muscle. And what you're doing is you're creating some spatial consideration around the spine. And because the musculature is rather thick here, it's a good idea to have thumb over thumb. And I'm moving down in about thumb width increments. Now, if there was such a therapy as working on the back, like with your feet, you could probably, this would be one toe width as opposed to one thumb width. But this is a really nice way to work this inner bladder. And you notice too, I try to keep my arms relatively straight so the energy transfers. The more bends and rotations you put up, it's akin to putting up resistance in a passing current. So you want to try to keep a nice, smooth, open pathway. And you want to take that thumb compression right onto the tailbone or the sacrum. then you come to the side that you're closest on, and you palpate for the lateral border of the muscle on this side. And then you're just going to address it with some thumb pressure towards the spine. Approaching the points in the musculature in this fashion allows you to get more readily at the fascial connection of the muscle as it connects to the back of the rib cage. Addressing it fascially at that point allows more of a release in the back muscle. You don't think Cecily went in that closet to deliver, did you?
If so, I can help.
Okay, it's comforting. Okay, you take it right to the top, and then to finish this side, we're going to do a little work this way. Where you're going to feel for the spine, and again, you're going to work that lamina groove, but this time, you're going to use the tip of your elbow. And just work all the way down. Now when you apply pressure in this way, and you notice that my weight is going in towards the point, so you're utilizing your whole body weight, that a flatter trajectory, general pressure. The more you increase this angle, the more specific it is here. So I would recommend just a flatter application at first until you get used to just using your elbow in this fashion. I'm sure you all have done it to a certain extent. This is the only difference being that this is more specific to the bladder meridian. In doing the work, you want to use the applicable tools. So if there is certain areas that you're engaging that are congested and it's not responding to a flatter pressure, you can become more refined at the point of contact by increasing this angle and using something a little smaller and a little bit more precise to get it into that area. I'm just going to take this all the way down. And what guides the speed and what guides the pressure, what guides the duration of how long you stay in the area is this connection you have. It's not 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's just you sink in and just be there and see what conversation you two are having as far as duration, direction of pressure. And you can listen to that conversation rather clearly if you're consciously in your breath. Then I'm going to step over. And we're going to address this side of the scapula. So I'm just using some flat finger circular friction in the soft tissue here between the lateral border of the neck and the scapula. I'm doing some compression both on the rhomboid area between the spinous process and the lateral border of the sacrum, of the scapula, but also on the back of the scapula, addressing infraspinatus and a little bit of posterior deltoid. And then we're just going to do a nice mobilization by hooking up under here, stabilizing the scapula here, and shifting your weight back this way.